Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie Jessica.
What are we doing today, Mandy?
Well, after we're done recording, I think I'm going to go read for a little bit. I also have Tansy to pull.
I mean in the video.
Oh, well, thank you for being more specific.
Okay.
I also probably could clean my house.
Always.
Okay, in this video today, we are doing your requests for first and favorites. So there were several comments on our first and favorite of asking us about different authors. So we have put those in here, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we have. Last I checked, if I counted correctly, don't ever expect me to count correctly. There's 10 authors, I think, that we're doing. So, okay, but before that,
like when we are getting ready to go to a book event and someone tells me I don't have that many books to take with me, and then she texts me a picture of her book cart overflowing with books, and she's like, and I still have more and I can't get them all in.
Well, it really is Pam Godwin's fault because I didn't realize those bind-ups weren't signed, and it's her Deliver series, and each of those three are like this thick because there's 3 books in each, and it took up one whole side of my book cart. It's a problem.
It's just funny.
Yeah, I know. That's
I
me.
don't have
Hilarious.
that many books to bring.
I do. I really do. Okay. Well, let's start talking about books.
Let's. All right. So first up, and if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and like and comment. We love to hear from you guys. First up, we have Celia Aaron.
Okay.
Celia Aaron. I kind of stuttered on that.
When I first started reading her, I wanted to call her Cecilia, but it's Celia Aaron. She's also writes under the name Lily Archer. That is her fantasy name that she writes under.
Okay.
So, just FYI. How many books have you read by Celia?
3.
Okay, so I've read 10 under the name Celia, and I've read 5 under Lily Archer. So technically, I've read 15 of her books.
Whoa, look at you. Just knocking it out of the park.
I know. So what was your first?
I also just want to point out that when I told you who the people, like I told you about this video idea, and you're like, I looked at all those authors. I've hardly read any of them. And I'm like, Jessica, you've read like every single one except for one of them.
Yeah. I don't know what list I was looking at because it wasn't this list that we were given. So who knows what I was looking at, but you know. Okay, what was your first Celia Aaron?
The Bad Guy. What was yours?
The Maiden.
Oh, The Maiden's sitting on my shelf to be read over there.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to tell us about The Bad Guy?
So, have you read The Bad Guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So The Bad Guy, I mean, really, he's not too bad for a bad guy. He really likes her and he wants her, so he sets up she believes she's going off to like the Amazon to do some research because she's really into plants and things.
Yeah. It's like on frogs, right?
Was that what it was? But she really likes plants and all these things. So she thinks she's going off on this like a once in a lifetime research project thing. And she's not. He actually kidnaps her and takes her to his place where he has like greenhouses set up for her and all sorts of stuff. But he really wants her, so he takes her.
Yeah. He's the kind of captor in a captor captive where he would just set you up with a library and cushy chairs and be like, you're happy, right? You never have to work again. I'll go get you some food. Here's your chocolate.
Don't mind the razor wire on the perimeter.
And I'd be like, cool, ain't going nowhere, buddy. I'm good. So The Maiden is the first book in the Cloister trilogy. This is obviously darker than what Mandy is describing because it is about our heroine who her sister has passed away after joining this cult. And in the cult, they bring in virgins, who they refer to as the maidens. And so she's gone undercover to try to figure out what happened to her sister. She knows it's a cult. She wants nothing to do with that. But the maidens are basically trained, and then they're farmed out to these elite members of society. But before that happens, while they're in their training, they're given to a shepherd, which are the higher up guys in this cult. And they're allowed to do anything they want with them. They're just not allowed to puncture and take that virginity. And so our heroine is assigned to the son of the prophet, and he is supposed to take care of her. But other things happen. So love it. I really love this one. But okay, so that was my first. What's your favorite?
My favorite is actually the bad guy.
I had a really hard time choosing my favorite because I love the counselor as well. But I really do think that the Cloister series is my favorite. So we'll just go with that.
Okay.
The counselor is very suspenseful though. So, okay, who's next?
Next, we have Alex Grayson.
This is easy for me. I've only read one Alex Grayson.
Really?
I have a bunch of her books that we just got when we were at Bray, but I have only read The Wild Man. It was my first and the only one I read.
Okay. I've read two.
Okay.
The Wild Man was my first.
Okay. So The Wild Man is about a girl who has grown up hearing stories about this man who lives in the wilderness, who supposedly has basically raised himself since he was 5 years old. And she takes some time off work. She's a reporter. She's going to go find this guy. She's an avid camper, you know, like with her dad being out in the wilderness. She's used to that. So she goes out into the wilderness to find the wild man, and find the wild man she does. He sees her, he takes her, he assaults her a few times in the beginning. It's a little harder to read. But then things start to do better. It gets better after that. She starts to like it after a while. So, you know, there's more to the story than that, but it is a dark Tarzan retelling. So if you like dark retellings, here you go. Yeah.
Okay. So my favorite is The King of Hearts, and it is very, very dark and twisted. And I don't even know how to talk about it because it's just kind of out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't read it yet. It's on my shelf though.
You need to.
Yeah. Alex Grayson is a dark romance writer. So you're going to get dark when you get her.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Next.
Okay. You're going to let me slide on that.
I will let you slide on that because that one is really hard. You'll give anything. You give too much away.
Yes, pretty much. You kind of have to go in blind, but if you might, it is very dark. I will say that. So check triggers and warnings if you need to. All right. Next on our list is K.A. Tucker.
So I've read 5 K.A. Tucker books.
I've read 4.
Okay. So my first one was Wolf Hotel. No, it wasn't. No, wait, that's not. I lie. My first one was Until It Fades. What was yours? Wolf Hotel?
Mine, I thought was going to be Wolf Hotel, but I actually had read Chasing River before that convincing where I read The Wolf Hotel.
Okay. So I don't remember much about Until It Fades because I read it back in 2020, but it is a single mom and moves to a small town, and then there's hockey. So I know it's a hockey romance with a single mom. But that's all I know. That's all I remember about it. What about yours?
So Chasing River is about this woman, Amber. She's younger, and she decides to leave her small town Oregon home to kind of go on in a travel adventure. So she goes to Dublin, and while she's there, there is an explosion, and a man saves her. Like, he comes running, grabs her, and right before the explosion happens, he saves her life. And that is River. But River is somehow connected to a lot of the stuff that's going on. So,
So, favorite?
I did not care for Wolf Hotel. I know lots of people loved it. I just didn't care for it. So Chasing River is my favorite.
And my favorite's Wolf Hotel. I did like Wolf Hotel. It's about a girl who goes to Alaska. She's raised in a very small town and she's very isolated. And she goes to Alaska and she meets the owner of this hotel that she's working at after she gets there by bending the truth quite a bit. And situations happen between them. It's like a billionaire kind of thing, and it's a little far-fetched, but
her and lots of people at a dinner table. It's weird.
She was exploring things. So I liked it. So anyhow, out of those, that one would be my favorite. So okay. Who's next?
Mia Sheridan.
I've read 5 of Mia Sheridan's books.
I've only read 2.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Archer's Voice and Travis.
Okay, so I'm assuming Archer's Voice was your favorite. Archer's Voice kind of is like the gateway drug to Mia Sheridan. Everybody loves Archer's Voice.
Archer's Voice was my first and my favorite.
Archer's Voice is my first. It's not my favorite. I know. So do you want to tell them what Archer's Voice was about?
No, you can. I know how much you love this book.
Okay, so this book is about Archer, who does not speak. He uses sign language to speak. He went through a car crash when he was a little boy, and he lost the ability. And our heroine, who is dealing with her own demons, and she comes to this very small town where Archer's at. He is like the town pariah. He's very, he hasn't cut his hair or his beard in a long time, and she makes friends with him, and their relationship goes from there. I love that he can't speak to her. She knows ASL because her dad was deaf. My favorite Mia Sheridan is Dane's Storm. And this is a second chance romance about a couple who broke up. They were married very young. They lost their baby. And so they broke up over all that. They just couldn't handle everything that comes with that situation. And now it's been a handful of years later. She's a wedding planner and she has to fly to, I think it was California, to meet with a client. And it turns out he's on the flight back home with her. It's a private flight. He's behind it somehow, but their plane, when they fly back home after this meeting, oh yeah, he's trying to buy her business. That's what it was, out from underneath of her. And on the way home, their plane gets caught in a storm and they don't make it home. They crash land in the mountains.
That's
and have
really
to
sad. They didn't make it?
No, they make it, but their pilot didn't. But they have to survive together. I love survival stories. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be able to survive?
Where are my books? I want my fuzzy blanket. Anyhow.
Okay, next we have Melanie Moreland.
I've only read 1 Melanie Moreland book, and that was The Commander.
I've read 3. You didn't read Into the Storm?
I have it marked as want to read, but I haven't read it. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, my first was Into the Storm, which is about a lady who's fleeing a situation, gets into a storm, crashes, and this guy rescues her reluctantly, but he purposely has barricaded himself onto his property.
Okay.
And we'll leave it at that.
Okay. So The Commander, I literally remember absolutely nothing about this book at all. It's a second chance romance. It is a workplace boss employee romance. That is only because I looked that up, because I remember absolutely nothing. So what's your favorite Melanie Moreland?
Nile, which is part of the Irishman duet, and it is the second book in that. And this one is there's a rescue situation and someone else was kidnapped there, and he just becomes extremely I don't even when we're reading it, it seems like he doesn't even understand the pull to her either, but he's just like, I will protect her, and he goes all alpha kind of on I'm gonna take care of her. Loved it.
Yep. Okay.
All right, next we have Helena Hunting. I've read 15.
I've read 4. Yeah. After that
How did
Alaska
that
thing.
happen? You're the one who told me to read her. How did I read 15 and you've
You
read
just kept
4?
going. You just kept going, and I couldn't after a while. I had to take a break.
But
I
I
could only
thought
do
you
so
had
much.
read a bunch of the other series.
I've read 3 of those. And then
So
3 of the Puck series and 1 in the other one. I couldn't, man, I lost some faith after that Alaska one.
oh gosh.
Mittens in June. No. Anyhow,
It was funny.
it wasn't funny. It was stupid.
Quirky.
No. No. Nobody wants to wear mittens when it's 70 degrees outside.
Hey, when I was in Alaska in the summer, I wore a hooded sweatshirt.
It wasn't that cold. It's just not that cold. Anyhow, your first book.
So you're saying I shouldn't have been wearing a hooded sweatshirt?
Oh no, in the summertime I wore hooded sweatshirts. But it wasn't cold enough for freaking mittens
Maybe her
and a
hands are
big
cold.
winter
Maybe she has
jacket.
poor circulation.
Okay, sure. She's from Seattle too, so it wasn't like that, okay? She should be fine. Anyhow, what was your first?
What?
What was your first book by her?
My first book by her was the book that you told me to read, and that was Pucked.
Yeah, mine too was Pucked. Everybody's first book was probably Pucked. Okay, what's your... Well, you tell them about Pucked. Do you remember anything about Pucked?
Well, it's Violet and what's Alex? That's right. So it's Violet and Alex. Violet is... She is like the epitome of putting your foot in your mouth, and she's she's kind of like a slightly immature, like as in like teenage boy humor, but it's done in such a way that I enjoyed it. I could see how it could get annoying, but I loved it in this book. It was a refreshing read for me. And she ends up with Alex, who is this like really famous hockey player, and they end up meeting, and there's a lot more to the story, but it was really good. It was probably one of my first hockey romances too.
It wasn't my first. I mean, it was during in 2020 when I was just starting to read, but it was the first book where I was reading it at night and laughing so hard that I was worried I was going to wake my husband up because it was just that funny. And I feel like Violet, in a lot of ways, there was a lot of me that I saw in Violet. Just that put your foot in your mouth, say the first thing that comes to your mind, even though you shouldn't have, the awkwardness, just the funniness. And I mean, she calls her thing her hoo-ha a beaver. Been there, done that. Okay, it is what it is. And at the time, I thought it was funny, so I really liked this one a lot. And
it was good.
First. So, what's your favorite?
Is that your favorite?
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, I actually put my favorite as Dude in Distress. It's a novella that she wrote, and I just really enjoyed it. It's basically this girl or woman is going on a road trip. She bought the car, I think, and she's trying to drive it back. I can't remember exactly because it's been a while since I read it. And she breaks down, and this guy stops, thinking he's stopping to help a guy who broke down in this old car, and he sees it's her. And anyways, I just really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Or wait, does he break down and she stops to... Someone breaks down, and now I'm confused. I may have that backwards, but I really, really enjoyed it. It was just, one of those. But honestly, Pucked is maybe actually my favorite now that I'm going down this road of thinking.
It's all good. It's all good.
I think I got a little burnt out on this series because I did read a whole bunch of it
in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do need to go back and finish. I fully intend to. I just, they're palate cleansers for me now. So,
yeah. Okay.
Next,
Julia Wolf.
I've only read 3 Julia Wolfs.
I've read 4.
Okay. What was your first Julia Wolf?
Faded in Bloom.
Mine was Sincerely Your Inconvenient Wife. My husband says, yeah, he likes that title. So what was Faded in Bloom about?
So Faded in Bloom is they are neighbors, and I think they live in kind of like a fancier apartment building. And they kind of don't get along at first because he's like playing his guitar and just all this stuff, and she thinks he's hot. Um, and he like becomes like her really good like best friend during this, and then he goes off on tour and stuff like that. It's been a really long time since I've read it, so I'm not doing a great job.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sincerely Your Inconvenient Wife is a boss um employee romance. It's a workplace romance, and it's where our heroine doesn't say no. She says she's like challenged herself to say yes to everything. And so when her boss needs a wife in a marriage of convenience situation, she says yes for 2 years. She's got to be married to this guy. So that's what it's about. What's your favorite Julia Wolf?
Faded in Bloom.
Okay, so mine is Where Waves Break. This is a nanny romance. The heroine is the sister to, because like there's a lot of, she has several rock star romances. The heroine is the sister to one of the women in the band, and the band is traveling, and so they have the sister come to help take care of the little kids, nanny for everybody's kids, because at this point they've all hooked up, they've all had kids, and they have a drummer who comes in and plays for them, and he's not their typical drummer. But it's somebody who used to be a part of the band, and he has a little boy who gets very, very attached to her. And so when he's a single dad, when he goes back to New York, he needs somebody to watch her. Watch him, and the little boy is desperate for our heroine to do that, and so they arrange it so that she can do it. But he caught her diddling herself when they were away, thinking of him, and she tried to make a play on him, and he denied her. And so there's some angsty stuff going on there. So this one I really liked a lot.
That is in the same world as Faded in Bloom.
Okay.
It's the fourth book. Faded in Bloom is the third.
Okay. So
have I read any of the other books in that series? No. Why? Don't know. They're all marked as want to read them in Goodreads.
It's because our TBRs are huge.
Yeah.
I do feel like I need to go through my TBR now and start to weed some out. There are things that I put in there back in the day when I first started reading that I just don't have the desire to read anymore.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting really late. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm ready for bed.
Well,
okay, next up is Jillian Dodd.
I've never read anything by Jillian Dodd.
I read one book. That Boy. I didn't care for it at all.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
All good.
Aleatha Romig.
I've read one book, Consequences.
Me too.
I did not like it at all.
Oh. I read Now and Forever. It's Mafia. I marked it 4 stars. I don't really remember exactly what it was about. I believe it's arranged marriage mafia.
Okay.
QB Tyler.
I think I read 3 QB Tyler books.
I have 6.
Okay. I thought I'd read more, but I haven't. My first one was Love Unexpected. What was yours?
What Was Meant to Be.
Okay. Love Unexpected is a stepdaughter taboo romance. Really, really good. I read it like in 2020. I don't remember a lot about it. I just remember it was really good.
Doesn't her mom die?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I've read that. It's up on my shelf. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so What Was Meant to Be is so she is in high school I think she's like 18, 19, and her dad, but it's not just her dad's best friend, like the mom and dad went to college together.
They're all friends.
So they have all been friends. Like she's grown up with him in her life this whole time. And they got together. I think it's told in flashbacks, isn't it? Because it starts with him. He's been gone for several years, and he gets an invitation in the mail to her wedding, and he realizes that is not okay. So he goes back to try and get her back.
Yep.
And then we see the flashbacks of how they ended up together and like everything.
Yep.
So I enjoyed it a lot.
Mm-hmm. So what's your favorite?
The Nanny is off limits.
Mine is Forget Me Not.
Oh, I haven't read that one yet.
What? I thought you did.
I don't think so.
It's the amnesia one. It's like Marriage in Trouble amnesia. Like
Oh, yes, I have read that. Oh, why didn't I?
Yeah.
Wait. I don't remember seeing that on my list.
Oh, you better check that Goodreads.
I am. But
yeah.
Goodreads is operating at minimal function, apparently. Come on, go.
In Forget Me Not, it is a marriage in trouble. They've actually separated. The husband and wife have separated. There was a cheating situation, and they've been broken up for a little while. Our hero, is he the one that loses his memory, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So our hero there's something happens. He loses his memory. He has amnesia, but he doesn't remember. Like he thinks they're still married. Like he thinks that everything is still hunky dory. The cheating situation hasn't happened. The breakup has not happened in his mind. And so he's forgotten all of that. And they have to live it. Like it's a thing. Like he wants them together because that's what he remembers. So very good. It was very, very good.
Yes. I really like The Nanny is Off Limits, but that was really good too. But I'm going to stick with The Nanny is Off Limits.
Okay. And what's that about?
Well,
a nanny being off limits.
He gets a nanny and he tells himself the nanny is off limits. So him and his wife had divorced and they were doing the co-parent thing like really well together with I think they have 3 kids. And then I think she dies in a car accident. So now he has full custody of the 3 kids and he's trying to just figure out life. He's an attorney. So he's got a busier schedule that doesn't always allow for things. And so his brother convinces him he needs a nanny. So his brother is at the grocery store and runs into this lady who happens to do really well with the little girl that he's watching his kids for him. And so he's like, hey, do you want to be the nanny?
Hey, nanny.
And so she ends up interviewing for the position because she's going to college. And so she could do the work and, use the money, that sort of thing. And yeah. And she kind of just fits in really well in the house. But again, she's the nanny.
It's the nanny. She's supposed to be off limits.
I am very excited. The next book in this series is coming soon. And it's called The Cheerleader is Off Limits.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be the brother story. I'm very excited about that.
We'll see QB Tyler this weekend too, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I think that was it. That was all that I had on my list that I was given.
Yeah, I had totally forgot about Forget Me Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. That's all that I had written down. If we missed somebody, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wrap her up.
Well, thanks so much for being here. That's not my line.
Not. No.
I'm so tired. Okay. Make sure to check back on Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and usually Wednesdays for new videos from us. And for right now, as the foreseeable Wednesdays, there will be videos from us.
For a little while. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.